I mean other books, I'm talking about Jerry the King of Hollywood, The White Boy Called Jeremiah, which is the artist formerly known as Jerry. I'm also talking about The Strange and Unusual World, The Mind of Jeremiah, Wow Brother, The Jeremiah Semien Story, The Inspiration of Man, The Excellent and Brilliant World, which is The Mind of Jeremiah, Jeremiah Semien Mad Genius, Dangerously Loved, and Confessions of Jerry Hollywood. Well, as you can read those things, which have not only my autobiography, but also have my cookbook, and you will also read some of my poetry, some of my lyrics to my songs. You can also find out some of my fictional albums. And as a kid, I kind of had an imaginary world, make-believe world, and I pretended in the 1980s, or should I say from 1982 to 1989, I was on the Luke Records, Luke Robert Anderson's records. So as I was under there for a certain, for like I said, that amount period of time, I pretended to go on tour, do a lot of different things. I also was under my own label, which was King's Garden Records and Queen Records, from 1990 to 2000. And then from 2000 until supposedly 2015, I'm under my own label, also Luke Records. So as I did all of those things, I kind of wondered about me as a young man having an imaginary world, which sometimes is helpful in certain aspects of life, but then sometimes it can hurt a child, as some people would tell you, or should I say, as a psychologist would tell you. Well, going through my life story, like I said, if you think about it, I also was physically abused by my ex-stepfather figure, I guess you could call him. And I remember him chasing around the house with me with a gun and a knife at one point in time. I felt like I was a slave. If anybody could think about being a slave to anything. In this world, we are slaves to a lot of things in this world. It could be material things, which is money, possessions. It could be anything from physical attraction to other people, different people. It could be same sex, opposite sex. It could be any sexual fantasy you could think of. People are slaves to whatever they eat. People are slaves to shopping. It could be an addiction to going to every store you could think of. Well, throughout, like I said, throughout my childhood, I think I struggled with sexuality. I think I struggled with my racial background. I also struggled with being who